Think. What am I supposed to What am I supposed to do? Yeah. I can't. What am I supposed to do?
Hi everyone, how you going? My name's Bill. So yeah, I really hope you are going well. I haven't been going so well, but we'll talk about that at the end of the stream. That's where we can hang out and have a good old chinwag with the chat. It's best to get straight to business, but well, what are we going to watch? I don't know. Should we just wait for a minute and breathe? Should we just collect our thoughts? Ask ourselves, do we really want to do this? It's so much better for me being as far away from present day Katie as I can be. And yeah, I forgot about this interview. But yeah, like always, everything I say is my opinion only. I really encourage you guys to check out the description box below. I wonder if they thought about putting it on top ever, like the description box above. No? Okay. Yes, because all boxes are below, aren't they? Fuck. Why do I do this? It's because I need to warm up. I should do like a dribble session first and then I should go live. Gosh, guys. Bring it together. Oh. Okay, that's it. I should start with a song. I should do my own intro and sing. But yes, thanks everyone. Welcome. Come on in, grab a drink, grab a gag bag on your way in. Oh my fucking God. That is a fucking huge fly. Oh my God, and it just went up into my light like it's a huge blowfly, the size of. How am I going to do this? I've just got to pretend that I've got to get my shit together. That's what's I'm going to have to go and get the fucking Peebo. The Peebo. Sorry, I'm having a fly issue. Australian stuff going on with big blowflies. Maybe I should no. Okay, let's not think about that now. Right now, we're going to, go back to 2019. That's where we are going. And, you know, the link to this video, if you want to check it out without me rambling on, you should. It's linked in the description box below. That's where you'll find extra info. Also, the timestamps are there. The people that use them, they're living their fucking best life. And I recommend using them because I can get a bit too much. But yes, that's where you can also find the link next to the Cactus for the cacti contributors. They're the one level up and they contribute. There's only one fucking tier because who can be fucked making a choice when you've already been brain damaged by what we are viewing? That's really what's happened, isn't it? That's why I can't function, because of the shit that I have to do. It's like my brain wants to stall by just throwing out random shit, making me sound like a complete loony, even though fucking I am. But okay, is my mic on? It'd be fucking great if it wasn't. Or that full moon. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God, threw me for something chronic. Okay, so tonight, let's bring it in. It's the Murder by Design channel. So they took this video down. It's the interview with Katie. They brought her in because she had also done a Pathos article, many of them, on Gypsy Rose, who, you know, do I have to explain all that? We all know Gypsy Rose and Dee Dee, and she killed her mum, but the whole Munchausen, I don't know how to say it, I should go look it up, Munchausen by proxy, and because Katie's an expert, but also, oh, Katie's just so absorbent. And yeah, anyway, after this interview was aired, Katie went on and did the whole, you know, cycle, typical Katie. How dare they fucking record me without telling me, what the fuck are you talking about? When you do like this, she never gets it. And let's just bring it in and play, right? Fuck my life. You think you're bad? You think your life is bad? Welcome to my world where we can't even get a fucking sentence out without ruining everything. Oh, it's just a black screen. Oh, okay, let's go. Actually, do you know what? I'm just gonna read what they wrote in their description because they explain. So it says, this is on the Murder by Design channel. We thought long and hard about releasing this again, but if Katie is going to continuously talk about us, we felt our followers should at least know why. If she had not done what she would have, if she had not done what she did, we would have never released this video, and there would still be an agreement in place to not speak publicly about the details of the split from the Blanchards. Oh my God, I've never said it out loud. I've just always read it. That we both agreed to. However, KRISTY broke that agreement by going on record and giving Katie a bunch of lies. I'm pretty sure, yeah, so KRISTY is the stepmom of Gypsy. Is that right? Probably wrong on that. She continues, she did an off-record interview with us, then decided to put slanderous videos out about us with nothing but lies. Typical carousel from hell. It's kind of ridiculous, but we're repeatedly being asked to share this. I have since spoken with an MVP expert, and some of the things that we were confused about was cleared up, but the majority of this interview has nothing to do with MVP. I feel like I'm saying MPP. Fuck my life. MVP. I've jinxed myself now. MVP. Oh, why is that so hard? Struggle town. Has nothing to do with that, and more to do with Katie's lies. That's what we're here for. She did not know she was being recorded. She did know she was being recorded. She did know it was off the record. She's the one who continued on with and actively participated in it, even though she claims otherwise. Exactly. The whole thing, it goes for an hour. She could have pulled out, but no. She has bashed us, comparing us to some lady who believes her cabbage juice can cure homosexuality. Oh, fuck, Katie. Anyway, here it is. Okay. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Brandy should be joining us here in a second too. She's one of my team members. Oh, she's there.
I just put my headphones in.
I was the last one to the party. I'm so sorry.
I'm sitting there going, why can't I hear nothing?
Funny. Hey, Katie. Okay, so I'm so sorry that I didn't realize that you were the same Katie. Like, that was so funny because
Yeah.
it just, the name didn't click for me. I
It's okay.
know. I kind of thought you were just another reporter, and I was like, oh no, I'm not talking to you. Because that week that you contacted me back, like, we've had so many people contacting us because the on again, off again engagement announced. So I was just like, no comment.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So, so you've known Laurel a long time, or just through the Schofield?
I would say I met her online.
Right.
I started covering Susan Schofield in February.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I met her shortly thereafter. I actually met her on Kiwi Farms because I went on there because I noticed that a lot of them were talking about it there. And I was like, I'm a reporter and I like cover this kind of stuff. And of course it's Kiwi Farms and they're crazy. And but I met a couple of really nice people, including Laurel, who I became friends with on Facebook, and we stayed connected. And actually just talked to Michael Schofield yesterday.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. And I just wanted to let you know I am recording, but I'm not going to use it for anything. It's just for us to go back to if we need to later or something. But anyway, well, I wanted to talk to you. Obviously, I know you do a lot of the Munchausen by proxy stuff, which have you been doing that a long time? I know what you do. I just don't know how long you've been doing stuff, and I kindly only recently came to you. So,
well, I have been writing a column on Pathios for about a year, and then I'm actually transitioning now to just primarily doing like a YouTube channel because the writing industry is tanking, and there's more money to be made vlogging than blogging.
I know.
But I have a son that has many chronic illnesses, and I have been exposed to many mothers with MPD. And so that's how my interest was developed, because I became friends with a woman that was doing this to her son. Through the chronic and like life-threatening world. A lot of mothers love that world, right? They like take advantage of every aspect of it. They steal our resources. They take our events. They have a time to do everything that we don't have to do. So they're usually very they're easy for moms like me to spot.
Wow.
It's easy for you to spot them because you're a walking encyclopedia of MVP. Still, that's ruined my head. I've like short-circuited. Anyway, yeah, because that's what Katie did in the groups, in the special needs parents groups. I think it was called SNAP, but she used to go into like different ones, different little communities, and get like see what she could get from the government, like certain things, like if that's where she found out about the tube feeding tube. Fuck my brain. And what she could get from the government if like he had the feeding tube. And then, so then she became part of the tubies community. That's what she called them. I'm like, it's just, but I thought that was just what she called them. But then I went and looked and they all called themselves tubies. But yeah, she wanted to become a tubie mum. But going back to this.
Interesting.
Yeah, because when you live in this world, their stories never add up, ever.
Go figure.
They don't speak the right language. Their symptoms of their children are always very vague. They can never talk about things appropriately with other parents that are going through it. And they're constantly like using us to gain knowledge and information. And so it was through that I started finding in my groups more mothers that were doing it. And as I was in these groups as a parent, women were getting arrested for doing it. And so people within my own community were getting arrested. And so then I started like digging and finding more and more and more people. One of the first cases I was covering was a woman named Danita Tutt. She's in Texas. I don't know if you're familiar with her story. Her son, they were all over the news because her son got a Make-A-Wish from WWE and they picked him up with us. And he was like on People magazine and it was just ridiculous. And his name was Colby and he was 51 pounds and 13 years old.
I remember that case.
Yeah.
Bits and pieces of it, but yeah.
He says, now that you're.
Yeah, and Katie, a lot of her articles on Pathios and beyond are really bad, like mother kills autistic son, like child, really bad stuff. And like usually special needs parents being evil. And that's where she kind of picked up a lot of stuff too, even with the Make-A-Wish. The amount of communities that she was in the special needs, like big group of things, but she was going to different groups, like different, like she says, chronic illnesses that she can label her son with. Sorry, that big blue fucking fly just flew right past me.
Saying different things. Yeah, I remember bits and pieces. I just didn't know the names.
And so I started covering that case. And then her best friend, Tara DeMott, reached out to me. And Tara's the one that actually like reported her and worked with prosecutors and sort of like lost everything. Like Danita, through her lies, was able to turn everyone against Tara. and Tara had to move to another state or another area, like a whole other city, and like even her children won't talk to her because Danita has convinced her that she didn't do anything, even though Danita was tried and convicted of attempted murder. She only got a 5-year prison sentence.
Wow.
Gosh. Wow. So have you seen a lot of these cases? I mean, because it seems like it's become very prevalent lately. I mean, it just.
I don't know that it's more prevalent. I think the advent of social media has made it easier for these women to gain access to knowledge and to use Facebook groups. And I think it's made it more, it's exposed them more because people are seeing them. There's another woman in Georgia. Her name is Teresa Roth. She was recently arrested. Her son underwent multiple brain surgeries, was in a wheelchair. She had him on oxygen. I mean, he needed none of it.
Wow. It's unbelievable. It really, truly is.
She's just not reacting at all to anything she says, the disturbing details about what these mums put their children through. Brain surgeries on a child, that's unnecessary. And Katie's there doing her whole, excited mouth shit. And these women are reacting like the rest of us, like, holy fuck. Well, sorry for my swearing. Whoa, she's... Also, I got the Peebo and it smells good in here. It's slowly dying though. It's sad now.
So you've been covering this case for a little while, and I remember I reached out. I don't remember what exact. I think it was when the engagement got announced that I reached out because of something. And so much has happened since then that I can't even remember what it was that I was going to tell you was inaccurate, but it was inaccurate. And it was something that I had said, and I don't even remember. Like, you had quoted me. But the problem that happens is we do an article, and then 95 other people take that article and turn it into an article, and then somebody picks up the wrong article, and it's like,
I actually took it from the direct source, which was, I think you had spoken with E-News.
Okay. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. It was something, there was just some inconsistencies that were really like, they weren't small, but they weren't large, if that makes any sense. It like didn't make a change in really the whole thing, but I wanted to make sure, I really want to make sure you had the right facts because I know you cover this case quite often. So I wanted to make sure going forward, you had a source that could give you some more information.
Yeah. It could have been some of the stuff that we were led to believe too. Some things after all that came out, we started uncovering. It kind of made us look like fools.
Yeah, we've cut ties with the family because it's not just Dee Dee. It was not just Dee Dee, and all of them lie, and it's really upsetting. It's very, very upsetting. In fact, today we even found out more, and it's just.
What do you mean?
This case is a case that you would never. I mean, I've seen other ones.
Oh, do they know more info than what Katie knows? Let's see. She's going to struggle here because she needs to let them know that, no, she's the expert on this. But I forgot about this. It's taken me back. How can this be 2019? Like, it's crazy, isn't it?
I've seen the Schofields, I've seen the Turpins, I've looked at a couple other different ones, through investigating this. This case everything else pales in comparison to the absolute layers that this case is. It doesn't.
Dee Dee was a malingerer and had Munchausen by proxy, so it wasn't just.
I'm not even sure she had Munchausen. Like, I'll be honest.
Really?
No, because I mean, here's something.
Maybe in the beginning.
But here, let me correct me if I'm wrong, because this is where I'm thinking. You know a lot more about it than I do, obviously. So, most Munchausen actually make their children deathly ill, very, very sick. Very, very sick by poisoning them or different things, correct? By giving them specific medications.
Not always.
Very sick.
Not always.
She didn't make her sick at all. She just told her she was sick.
Yeah, they do that too.
Okay, because it doesn't seem like the rest of the cases. And Gypsy was very complicit in participating.
Well, complicit or abused.
I thought abused until recently.
Why?
When you look at these case files, it has to be somebody who actively participated in deceiving the doctors in what she was deceiving them in. For instance, she had over 10 surgeries on her eyes. She has nothing wrong with her eyes. And the way that she would get these surgeries on her eyes is they would do these exams. And that's a time where Dee Dee can't make that happen, okay? Like, she can't look at something. She has no idea what lens they're showing her when she's looking through the thing. She has no control over her looking at an eye chart and actually.
Okay, well, I totally forgot how angry this stream makes me, but shit, because Gypsy is a victim of abuse, so she would have done exactly what Dee Dee said in order to survive, not to get beaten, because she was being trained and groomed over time. but also, you know, I just think she has different personalities. In my opinion, these people aren't even saying, like, in my opinion, allegedly. She's just so certain. The top right. Sorry that I don't know your names, ladies, but I'm totally vibing with the bottom lady. Those are the kind of glasses I need on stage. Kind of like behind tinted glass. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Can't think, can't talk.
Reading it. And Gypsy had to fake those results. Had to. And that's one of the biggest things. Like the eye exams is.
I don't remember her age. What was her age, Fancy? Of some remember
from that was after
2012, wasn't it? 2011, 2012.
Well, more even after that. So that was 2012 through 2015, right up until the murder. So that was really truthfully her creating that, and they even write that in the files.
Well, you have to understand the abuse and the coercion that goes on with the mothers and the fear that she had, and like in a lot of aspects, she's not allowed to speak, or Dee Dee's speaking for her, or Dee Dee's coaching her to do what she needs to do.
Yeah, and the other things I can see that, but in an eye exam, I don't see how that's possible.
It's easy for anyone to fake it if she tells them you need to fake this. You know what I mean? Like she just needs to pretend like she can't see things.
But then she has to make the decision to do that.
She has to make the decision to do that, but her mother is going to withhold things from her. Her mother is going to abuse her or do something. It's a fear. It's a psychological fear that she has over her mother, and her mother has over her. And she's doing this from the time that she's very young until the time that she's an adult. So she knows nothing else.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Guys, all I'm thinking about is V. I can't stop thinking about that. It's so weird how that came to my mind as she was talking about that. Because just in my opinion, I believe that V might be over-medicated. Just or something. I don't know. Just my opinion, but you know, that's really nothing, because what am I? Just a chick from down under who knows nothing except for what I see. But opinions are opinions. Here we go.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I see where you're coming from with that, but I also see that I just feel like at some point in time, I mean, she started that back when she was 8. She faked her first hearing test when she was 8. And she admits to it, and she knows that she faked it.
But a lot of these children are being taught and coached by their parents to fake things.
Right.
And then they're told, like in Colby's case, you know, he's being told to like say he can't eat. And he's being told by his mother, Danita, that he has pain. And he's told and instructed to tell these people that he has pain. Okay. And that results in them getting him on a ton of pain meds. And it's not until they're separated from their caregiver in a meaningful way, where there's not a fear of them walking to like say he can't eat. And he's being told by his mother, Danita, that he has pain. And he's told and instructed to tell these people that he has pain. Okay. And that results in them getting him on a ton of pain meds. And it's not until they're separated from their caregiver in a meaningful way, where there's not a fear of them walking in, or, you know, that a child will ever get to a point to admit what's going on. And it's not until that separation where they can actually see, like, if you're okay without them, that's how they can diagnose it. But you have to sort of understand there's so much coercion and manipulation and psychological like abuse that goes into this, that they are like basically adhering to what that woman or parent wants.
So then does it become?
And that's why, you know, most mothers that are being abusive to their children remove their children from school and start homeschooling them. But then it cuts their child off from that crucial social development that they need with their peers. And the brain just develops very different. And in Katie's case, with her son, he's been isolated from his peers for 3 years. Yes, there's been a pandemic, but no effort has been made, you know, not even, it's just crazy. Anyway.
More like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing with the children, you think, as they get older?
Maybe. I think probably, I mean, from what I understand from Gypsy's case and from what I've read and just seen in her, like, and from what the experts have said about her, is that her mother, Dee Dee, had convinced everyone that she had the low IQ. And because of that, she felt no one would believe her if she said anything. And she had guardianship, which is really hard to do.
She didn't have guardianship. She had power of attorney.
She didn't have that. She didn't have that.
It was fake.
It was faked. Just fake documents.
So either way, Dee Dee has fake documents. She has the community convinced, right?
Well, I have a question on that too, because if they were told, this is what they were told, and I've heard them come out with different things when they're interviewed. They were all told that she had the IQ of a 7-year-old, but then they also talk about her being very articulate and that they would bring her out for every single charity event for Habitat, and she would speak on the stage because they knew that she would use these huge words and was very articulate and very, she had a charisma, and that she would really move people. So the thought process of a 7-year-old, and then make that same statement, a 7-year-old isn't going to speak like that. A 7-year-old is not going to be able to have that.
Well, and no developmental person would ever quantify it that way. So that's, again, like Dee Dee not having a doctor and making crap up. You know what I mean? Like,
she had a charisma.
Well, and no developmental person would ever quantify it that way. So that's
What's a developmental person? What is she saying? I can't even say it. I can't say words anyway. Katie, I just love how she said the community was convinced. If you can convince the community, she was very, she was stressing that point, able to convince the community.
Again, like Dee Dee not having a doctor and making crap up. You know what I mean? Like, my son has a low IQ, and they don't say, oh, he's like 4. That's just not how it works.
Right. No, I understand. But what I'm saying is how can an entire community think that? Like, I mean, they're not.
Because these women are skilled liars.
Yeah.
Many of them are borderline personality or have borderline behaviors.
Yeah.
And they tell so many lies that they believe them. And so when they believe them, then everyone around them believes them.
Sure.
And so it gets to a point where, and I see this in my own community, it's they prey on the naivete of everyone else around them. So they're preying on the fact that they don't expect you, Fancy, to think they're lying, because why would she lie, right? Why would a parent lie about this sort of thing? And then they're preying on your naivete about medical procedures, diagnostics, testing, medications. And that's why these mothers can't fool mothers like me, because when they start commingling in the communities of other children that are ill, they are spotted and identified and reported. And I think that's why you're seeing it more, because why would a parent lie about this sort of thing? And then they're preying on your naivete about medical procedures, diagnostics, testing, medications. And that's why these mothers can't fool mothers like me, because when they start commingling in the communities of other children that are ill, they are spotted and identified and reported. And I think that's why.
Holy shit, Katie. I never saw it I never watched it from this point of view, like thinking about her son, because that's all I'm thinking about now. And I'm pretty fucking I'm disturbed a little bit, like, whoa, because she's also doing Cliffhanger, guys, Cactus crew. She's doing Cliffhanger where she hangs her 2 fingers off her collarbone, and I swear she's going to do Pinchy Pinchy too. It's a weird thing. She's got I can't describe it, but this is weird because, it's like Katie is adding information onto the lady in the top right, what she's saying. Katie's not aware of what she is saying. And I swear that when this was published so everyone could see it, and Katie was having a breakdown saying, oh my God, they recorded me without my consent. I think that she was only alerted to what she said from the viewer's reaction. I don't think she's she's not. She doesn't have self-awareness. So how does she know what she's saying? She's basically fucking, not the cheerleader for her fucking son in this interview, is she? Wow. Mothers like me? What kind of mother are you? You are them. You are the mothers that you are trying to identify. You became one of them. You were obsessed with the attention that you got. In my opinion, this is all my opinion, as I said. Katie, let's go back to you. Fuck, hey?
Why you're seeing it more, because they try harder to be in there, but it's easy for them to convince a layman or just a random person that doesn't have experience, because most people will always assume the best in others.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, I did want to talk with you. I wanted to be a source for you. I did want to, help you along your way with this because I know you're going to keep looking into it. And you're going to be talking about. We aren't talking with them anymore as far as like current stuff, but I can definitely give you information based on what we have. Like I have all the medical files and I have all the discovery stuff, and so I have a lot of information that nobody else has ever seen.
Do you think that she's like that Gypsy lies to this? Like, did she lie to you?
She lies to everybody about everything.
Yes.
She's very manipulative.
Which she learned from her mother.
Right. And it's not being encouraged to get better. It's being encouraged to keep going because there's a payout.
What do you mean?
Because the people that are in her life now are the same people that failed her to begin with.
And they knew what was going on.
Like KRISTY and Rod?
Yes. There's messages in some of the Facebook groups where KRISTY admitted to knowing that Gypsy could walk all along.
There's a lot of information out there that
just in Facebook groups, and it's stuff we're looking at now. It's been kind of shocking.
So if they knew this all along, why did they?
That is the $1 million question.
That is the $1 million question. Not even kidding. I can see I've blown your mind right there. Like it's unbelievable.
Gypsy is still being failed by the family and the system. She is still being failed to this day.
She's not doing any therapy?
Nope.
No, and she has not requested it. She had access and she never ever one time requested to go.
We found that out the other day that she's never once asked to see a doctor and never once asked for the therapist.
And KRISTY and them have been talking about, oh, well, she needs help. We don't know how to get it to her. Well, we found out that's not the case. The case is that in jail, she was offered and she declined and never asked to go. And in prison, she has many opportunities and she doesn't want to go. But yet we called that out the other day. And immediately after we called it out, then KRISTY, who has been, we hadn't been talking and now we are again, but now I've gotten to a point where I just had to let her go again because I can't deal with all the lies that I'm told every day by her. So she talked to me and she's like, oh, well, Dr. Phil, I'm talking to Dr. Phil's people right now to see if they can get somebody.
Did you think that she was sitting cross-legged? Like, did you think that Katie was sitting like that? I thought she was sitting in the chair like a normal person, but no. Can I just rewind a little bit? I can't take my eyes off Katie. I'm watching her face, her eyes, because this is the most focused that her eyes have really ever been. She's looking down more than she hasn't looked up and around. She hasn't mopped the ceiling once. What's going through her brain? Well, I don't know, but
called that out the other day, and immediately after we called it out, then KRISTY, who has been, we hadn't been talking and now we are again, but now I've gotten to a point where I just had to let her go again because I can't deal with all the lies that I'm told every day by her. So she talked to me and she's like, oh, well, Dr. Phil, I'm talking to Dr. Phil's people right now to see if they can get somebody in to see Gypsy. Well, that was offered years ago. And they, she said, oh, well, he sent self-help books and he's going to see, his people are going to see her after she gets out. Well, I'm the one who told her, that you can get an injunction for somebody to actually come in and see her.
Yeah.
Your own private. And she's like, oh, well, I didn't know that.
We did find out that prison has an actual psychiatrist they use interns for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Writing to her case, the actual psychiatrist that oversees the rest of them would come in. Of the extent of this case, of how severe it is. And it's never been asked for, never been sought out. Her new statement is she doesn't need help because Ken is the only thing that she needs to help her go forward.
That what?
Ken is the only person that she needs to help her go forward in life. And that's the fiance, boyfriend, whatever he is. Huh. So she now does not believe that anybody can help her but him. And nobody's encouraging her otherwise. When they do, she throws a fit and threatens to push them out of her life.
And then they don't do anything. And I don't think they care because I think that this is a payout for them. This is she had told me for years that she doesn't get paid to go do these things.
I'm tuning you. I'm sorry. No disrespect to you ladies, but my brain is tuning you out because I just can't believe this. The fucking disrespect that you've got for like Gypsy, even if she is so evil that you're trying to paint this and stuff. You just fucking, what would help her? If people like you just stop talking online for her. You are absolutely talking for her. Oh no, she's like this. Oh no, she lies 100%. She's fake. It was all fake. Fucking shut up. I'm sorry. Just fucking piss me off. I'm trying to read Katie's body language here, okay? I don't need... Okay, let's regroup. Yes, let's have a drink. And hang on. Katie, wake up. Katie, hello. But hey, is Katie front row right now in the classroom? This is her topic. If she went to university and studied criminology, the amount of cold cases that she could be looking up. she'd be getting off on the criminology books. Yeah, that big one. Oh, Katie. Okay, we're coming back, Katie. No more sleepy time for you.
She does. He does get paid.
She gets paid.
KRISTY gets paid to go do the Dr. Oz show, Dr. Phil.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah.
And she told me for years she didn't get paid until they offered me money to come on the show myself. And that's how I found out that she's been paid all these years. She even messages.
How much is she getting paid?
$5,000 an episode.
Okay.
So essentially, it's almost like they do the exact same thing Dee Dee did to her all these
She
years.
messages when she wants to go on a trip, when KRISTY wants to go on a trip and doesn't want to pay for it and wants to get away, she messages Dr. Oz's people or Dr. Phil's people or so-and-so's people and asks them to have her on as a guest again so that she can get a free trip and have time away.
Wow.
And please don't release that at this time because we're not releasing this at this time.
No.
We've called a proverbial truce in the media right now so that nothing comes out on her saying anything about us and us saying anything about her, because we just don't need that right now. And she doesn't, it's a convoluted mess, let me tell you.
Well, how did you get involved with them?
I started 2 years ago, two and a half years ago, right after Mommy Dead and Dearest was coming out. It hadn't been released yet. It had just been announced that it was coming out. And I saw it because I'm an avid true crime person. And it was the very first time I'd ever gone into a Facebook group to look for information or anything like that. Because, when I had looked into true crime before, Facebook groups weren't a big thing. You watched a documentary, you did some research, maybe, through books or.
I don't know where you were, but when I was on Facebook, and I've only been off Facebook since 2020. So when I was on Facebook, I was only on there for the fucking Facebook groups. And mainly they were the true crime groups for your podcasts, that you follow. For my, True Crime Garage, for example. Yeah, shout out to anyone that listens to them. They're cool crew. Okay, let's go back.
Or the internet, but Facebook wasn't this huge thing where they had these groups and stuff and people talking about it. Well, so I went into one of the groups and I just saw people bashing the crap out of her. And I don't know why they were bashing KRISTY. This is stepmom. What did she know? And so I sent her a message and reached out to her and basically told her, I am a filmmaker. I'm not a big time filmmaker. I'm just a little time filmmaker, but maybe somebody needs to tell the truth in a different way because a lot of people don't watch documentaries, So I pitched her a scripted series and then I had to wait for 6 months because she was still under contract with HBO. And so basically I just did my own research and built a friendship with her, or what I thought was a friendship with her. And then for the last 2 years, I've been involved in the research and everything for this TV series that I've been doing. Closely involved with Gypsy, closely involved with the family. I went down.
Is that show not going to happen?
No, the show's going to happen. The point is they don't want the show to happen. Not now, because they really thought that they could control what me and my team were going to put out there. And the second that we showed that we were still, we've always said we were all about the truth, good, bad, ugly. And that was fine until good, bad, ugly became good, bad, ugly about them. And not just good, bad, ugly, period, about everybody else.
Or maybe they figured out that you just buddied up to them to get info and then you twisted it. That's just my point of view here. I'm thinking, should I amp it up? Oh, shit, man, it's back. I've got to spray it if it comes near me again. It's taunting me. I've got a blowfly and it's huge. So I got my Peebo. But far out. Okay, now I can't focus. The fly is so big. I wish it would attack Katie. I'd like to watch this blowfly attack you, Katie, in your room. I don't reckon you have any Peebo over there. Well, it's Aussie, so probably not. I'm going to send it to you. Okay, let's go back. What was I going to say? Yeah, should I amp it up to not 2 times the speed or something? I feel it's a long way to go.
About Dee Dee.
Have you guys in the midst of this, and I'm sure have you consulted with doctors related to all of this to clarify what this is going on and that?
Yep. We have a full medical research team. We've reached out to Mark Feldman and Louisa Lasher, who are both huge, MSBP experts.
And what do they say?
We're just now starting to work with them personally. We've kind of followed what Mark's said all along, and I've listened to some of the things that Louisa has put out there in the public eye. She did a podcast, she's done a couple things, but we're just starting to really get into it with them. But we have, like I said, we also have a full medical team that has been researching and doing and going through the files. Like the fact that we have the medical files is huge.
Guys, is this just who has the more, who has the sources, who has the ties? Katie versus top right corner. Sorry, I don't know your name. I should have looked it up. But I feel like you and Katie might be similar. oh, I shouldn't have said that, but it's like, get to the point. Who's interviewing who here? Also, like, why can't, I don't know, sometimes your co-host might want to speak. Or is she like, you know, what's it? Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, but the chick that smokes, like, she's cool and she ends up falling in love with the cowboy. Don't take that the wrong way. Bottom, middle. Holy shit, it's so big. Okay, I'm just going to go back.
Huge thing. And the person who heads up our medical part, she was also Dee Dee's best friend in high school. So it's very personal for her. And her whole thing was she wanted to give Gypsy this comprehensive look at what actually happened to her. And the more and more we look into it, the more and more questions we have. And it's just, it's exhausting. I'll be honest.
Having those experts with the MVP will be like critical though, because
Yes.
I think that it's, even if she's doing these things, she's not the one that started it.
No, she's not. Definitely. We believe that it all comes from Dee Dee, but also Dee Dee wasn't the only one who failed her. Her dad failed her. Her mom's family failed her. They knew too. There's things that they've told us that they knew. And
I think a lot of people just in these situations, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times they don't want to believe it, or
the dad chose to not be involved.
Well, it's not even that the dad chose not to be involved.
No, he chose. I'm not even going to dispute that with you. He chose to not be involved. He chose. He also chose to give up another child legally to another woman that had a child after Gypsy was born 5 months later.
Okay.
He chose. There's a difference. And that's the things that you think that you know are because of what your experience is with this type of case. But what I'm going to tell you is this case beats all those cases. It's not, and when the sheriff came out and told you and made that press conference of saying everything that you think you know in this case, you don't know, that is every single day of my life for the last 2 years.
Sure.
This is the kind of people, I don't like these kind of people that kind of have to like stand on their pedestal and just like proclaim that they have all this information. Well, fucking share it and be like inviting. Not this fucking confrontational, defensive, like, oh, I've got all the info. Fuck off. Holy shit. If I die by this big bug thing.
Every day, we actually almost want to replay that in a GIF because it's like every day.
Every day. I could just apply that to every single thing. And so, like, I understand where you're coming from, and I totally was that way up until probably a month and a half ago. And then things started to come out. When I was given the interrogation video that was hidden for years, things got nasty because I released that video, and it doesn't make Gypsy look good.
What do you mean?
Have you seen the video?
FRIDA, and then
Oh, she's cute.
I'm surprised my cats aren't up here watching while we're talking.
Not only the 2 hours before while she was sitting in there talking to the other detectives before the detectives from Missouri got there, but once she goes into the actual interrogation, it's terrible. It makes her look really, really bad. She never admits to anything. Never.
And in the end, I mean, you are right. In the end, if it not be for Dee Dee, she would not be like this right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I
it
mean,
wasn't just Dee Dee who failed her. That's the thing.
But everybody failed this poor girl.
Really
We're still failing her today. Still.
Oh man, this is so sad that the dogs are in there and she had to open the window. I don't think she got it open. It's probably all stuffy. But this is 2019. They would have just got Sweetie because they got FRIDA in 2018. So Sweetie came from a puppy mill. This is fucked. I'm not going to be able to concentrate now. Obviously, they don't get to go on the couch, or do they? Is it made for them?
Failing her.
Yeah.
Still. And it's gut wrenching.
Why is everyone in her family saying that she's using services?
They don't. All they've ever said is that she's done anger management classes and she does group, like an AA group, but yet it's like for people that like, have been through something. It's just, it's nothing more than like if you were to go to like a group therapy session for maybe grief, or a group therapy session, like I said, for like an AA meeting. She's not getting help, and they've never encouraged her to get help.
And they don't even respond to her comments about just needing Ken and Ken being all the therapy she's going to do. They make no comment, none. If they do, she cuts them out.
Just
So
like he did to other people. So it's a continuing behavior now. Gypsy's making no steps to change the behavior.
Well, I think, didn't Dr. Phil, when he interviewed her, told her that she would be at risk for repeating this because all she's learned how to do is manipulate?
Yep.
Yes, but when Dr. Phil came out and said that he was concerned about her relationship with Ken, he's decided he no longer counts as
a group therapy session, like I said, for like an AA meeting. She's not getting help, and they've never encouraged her to get help.
And they don't even respond to her comments about just needing Ken and Ken being all the therapy she's going to do. They make no comment, none. If they do, she cuts them out.
Just
So
like
they
Dee did to other people. So it's a continuing behavior now. Gypsy's making no steps to change the behavior.
Well, I think didn't Dr. Phil, when he interviewed her, told her that she would be at risk for repeating this because all she's learned how to do is manipulate?
Yes, but when Dr. Phil came out and said that he was concerned about her relationship with Ken,
Yeah.
he's decided he no longer counts as a voice of reason in her life.
Yeah, she doesn't want to get the help from him.
It's scary. We're very scared for her. We're very scared for her.
And what is this? What's with Ken?
Ken's,
Not a pen pal she met.
Ken's the guy she's engaged to.
Right, I know, but what's this story about?
He wrote back and forth for a while and decided they were in love. Kind of like her and Nick. It's almost identical to the story of her and Nick.
That's what it sounded like when she was describing it to E! News.
Yes, it's identical.
It's very
Everything.
engaged to.
Right, I know, but what's this story about?
He wrote back and forth for a while and decided they were in love. Kind of like her and Nick. It's almost identical to the story of her and Nick.
That's what it sounded like when she was describing it to E! News.
Yes, it's identical.
You fucking bitch, Katie. You're a fucking bitch.
Everything.
It's very fantasy based and not real, and it's the same pattern of behavior. So she got upset with me and one of our other co-producers because we did an article in Touch about the concern about the not just the engagement, but the fact that they were rushing into a marriage while she's still in prison. It was a very nice article. It was not in any way, shape, or form hateful or mean. It was a response to something that somebody had taken out of context. So we actually wanted to let everybody know that what I said was out of real concern for Gypsy and not anything else. So we did that article. It absolutely infuriated her, and then everything else that anybody has done that shows her in any way, shape, or form no good light, or talk about Ken or anything, she began to cut KRISTY off and basically told her, it's the same pattern of behavior, because what we saw in the interrogation video, and if you go watch it, you'll see, is this was not about medical abuse. The reason she wanted out was not medical abuse. It was just fine to sit in a chair and continue her life being medically abused, and maybe that she didn't realize it. I don't know. I have to continue to look into that, but
I have to continue to look into that. Well, fuck, you've spoken for the father, the biological father. You've said, no, he chose. He chose. Fuck off, you don't know. Even if that's what you read or that's what you've come to the conclusion, you just never speak for someone like that. He chose. You're not even saying allegedly or in my opinion. Who the fuck are you? A filmmaker that tried to buddy up to KRISTY, the stepmom, to try and get information to spin a TV show because no one watches documentaries. What? Everyone watches true crime documentaries. It's like, that's what really sets you apart when you're a filmmaker. If you can only make a series and you really can't make a documentary. Sorry, not being, yes, I'm being critical.
The reason she chose to do what she did was about a boy. And the same pattern of behavior is happening with this guy. So anytime anyone says anything about him, questions it, tells her to wait, or tries to give her any type of real meaningful advice, and I'm not just talking myself, this is anybody who is in her life at all that, speaks to her on a regular basis, actually has a relationship with her, she turns on them. And she begins this whole pattern of like isolation and manipulation. Like she told KRISTY, you're uninvited to the wedding. And all these different things. And it's the same pattern of behavior. It's not killing KRISTY, but in a way it was, because it was emotionally manipulating KRISTY and making her feel horrible for even saying anything negative or being concerned for her or anything. So this pattern with these boys is very detrimental, and it's scary.
You think she would like kill again?
I don't know if she'd kill again, but I definitely think she'll manipulate and do things that, I mean, we spoke with a person who worked her pod and knew her very well. And her thing was that she felt that within 1 to 2 years of being released, that she would be back in prison again.
She felt like it would be more identity theft kind of thing.
All Dee Dee did was lie. Also,
That's all she knows.
yeah. And then she has some.
How come Katie's dogs didn't react? Are they not in the room anymore? Was that Toad making a noise? What was that? Where are the dogs gone? Did she put them in the trapdoor?
Sort of personality disorder, like borderline or I would guess borderline because of the trauma.
Right. I mean, that's
Does she intensely love and then like equally hate just as fast? Like
yes.
Yeah, I would guess that she's probably borderline. Yeah.
Oh my God, don't ever do that, Katie. You can't. You constantly do this, though. You are Dr. Katie Paulson. Oh, okay. Yeah, she sounds borderline to me. Is she like, up and then she's down? Yeah, that's borderline. Fuck watched the other night. I 100% don't have Munchausen. Why do I say Munch? Munchausen. Is it Munchausen? Yeah, it's got to be, doesn't it? I want to say Munch. But yes, Munchausen by proxy. You're like, I 100% don't have that. Why? Because you diagnosed yourself? You would. Any mother that has it is a narcissist. That's why they're able to abuse their children, because they can't feel for their children. They can't feel their child's hurt. Okay, ring-a-ding-ding, Mrs. Paulson. Spanish class starts soon.
And we've got about 4 minutes left.
She definitely fits borderline personality.
Mhm.
There's a lot of narcissism there, but again, all of that's been learned behavior every day.
Yeah, narcissism and borderline kind of overlap and
Of each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
they look like each other, but they're not like the same.
Right.
But 25, I was just talking about another celebrity, Amber Portwood, who's a teen mom. She had borderline, but I also think she also has narcissism too.
Mhm.
And I was on the NAMI website. They said 25% of people that are also narcissists.
Yeah, well, what we're seeing is this, like, oh, I want my privacy. Oh, I don't want anybody I want the media stuff to end. Like, that was one of the reasons why she was like, well, I don't want to work with you anymore, because if you do your show and you keep doing what you're doing, no one's ever going to stop talking about me. And I was like, honey, no one's ever going to stop talking about you regardless. It doesn't matter whether my show is made or doesn't get made. You're in the media, and that's what's going to happen. And
Yeah, I mean,
And then she sends out emails.
and then she sends out emails to Facebook people, calling them her dearest friends and asking them to share these emails to people who have tried to destroy her, hurt her, everything. And now her mom, KRISTY is over there with a woman who has done everything for the last 6 months to try and do anything to destroy them. She tried to get the fraud case opened back up on Gypsy. She's tried to say that Gypsy, currently, right now, there's a page that she runs that calls Gypsy a retard by day and a sex-crazed horn dog by night, looking for internet killers on the internet. And now KRISTY is all BFFs with her. And Gypsy sends her emails, and I mean, it's crazy, Katie. I'm telling you, this is not your normal average case. It's insanity every day. But then she's telling people, oh, I want to be private. But then she's calling E-News and doing an exclusive interview with them.
they're not paying her, right?
Not Gypsy. No, not those, but like the show and Dr. Phil and stuff like that pay KRISTY. So, but no, like E-News does not, they don't pay her. But I mean, we've got about 2 minutes left on the Zoom because I have like a free account, so I don't do the paid. So we can always call back in if you want to talk longer, but
No, I'm captivated. Like, we have to end now.
you're like,
This is our life. This is our life. This is it.
this is my life every day, and everything I thought I knew has been crumbled, and it's very sad. Like, I was literally just crying on the phone with Brandy not even just an hour ago, because
That was the second time today.
Oh, I kind of tuned out to what they were talking. She was really getting into it. She's a gossiper. She's really sorry. I am judging. I got to stop judging you, top right corner. Should I give you a number 1 and then you can be 2 down the bottom there? Katie, you don't get 1. You don't get a number. I'm sorry, because you have a name. Thank you so much to Grandma Laurie for your super sticker. $20. You're a fucking legend. Cactus High 10. Sorry, is it okay that I swore in my thank you note? Fingers crossed it is. You can just tune out my swearing. I'm starting to tune out on them. And should we skip ahead? I've linked it down below, so maybe I should just skip ahead and try and see if Katie wakes up a bit more. It's very resting my head moment, isn't it? I'm really concerned where the dogs are gone. Like, they gone back out to Toad, and then what has he done with them? Just put them in a room? Or did she have to wait till something kicked in? God, I'm evil. Oi, guys, what do you think Katie buried in her backyard? That's all I can think. Because I'm looking at the before and after, and I'm like, okay, so why the fuck wouldn't you get rid of those fucking white rocks, those stones? She talks about her son not wanting to ever walk on them, like, because he's, sensory processing or whatever. That's probably not it. I get confused. There's so many illnesses. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what year it is, but this is 2019, murder by design. Until someone tells me in chat to jump forward, I guess we'll just have to press play and see where this fucking horror show takes us. Should I speed it up to double?
yeah, because more stuff came out today and it just broke my heart. And
Like, what came out today?
well,
About KRISTY. Some of them were.
KRISTY, and now she's feeding all this information to this woman who months ago she was begging me to find out how to not release any information to her, and now she's willingly handing it to this woman to just tote around I mean, it's crazy. All right, let's exit out and call right back in.
I'll call from my phone because I gotta go get
No problem.
How do I call back in with the same
Just
link?
go ahead and click the same link. It'll bring you right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Hello.
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
So yeah, I mean, like, it's just unbelievable. And a mother who would care about Gypsy would have nothing to do with this woman. Nothing. But it's like, well, no, KRISTY would have nothing to do with the woman that she is now giving information to and associating with. Like, if she,
Why is KRISTY associating with this woman?
because it's good for KRISTY.
Is she mad at Gypsy now?
No.
And this woman doesn't like Gypsy.
She's done this over and over again. It's not just, she's gone through group after group after group. She burns out of groups, Facebook groups. She causes all this drama. She goes in, she deletes all of her comments, she leaves. She goes on to another group of people. People are now, they've screenshotted everything she says now because she's so inconsistent in what she says. And she is just one lie after another lie after another lie that people just continuously screenshot what she says because 1 minute it's this and the next minute it's that. And then, you know, I mean, it's all about making KRISTY look good. It's all about KRISTY wanting attention. I mean, she's just as attention seeking as Dee. In fact,
God, you've got this huge grudge against KRISTY now because she's had the control to yank your friendship, fake friendship, and also stopped you from doing your show, in my opinion. You're just angry that she called you out for being someone who had a second agenda. You were never there to be one of her friends. You were like, let's see how close I can get and I'll try and get the good shit. And here you are on your channel not even saying allegedly, in my opinion. You basically, like I said, spoke for Gypsy's dad. Oh no, he chose. Oh my God. Maybe this is why you're not a good filmmaker. You could never make a documentary with the amount of, you know, professionalism that comes with it. God, I'm ripping you one, aren't I? Sorry. It's just Katie's giving me nothing. It's like falling asleep. Like, where are the dogs gone?
I told her today when I got so upset and blocked her, I literally had to block her today. I told her you're worse than 9,000 DDs because this is different. It's not a sickness. Like, if Dee really did have Munchausen by proxy, that's an illness in their brain.
Yeah.
You are not ill. You are just really, you just are, you're just excited because you're in the news and it makes you feel important and you look good.
I was just about to click it, go forward. I was going to do a big jump because what did you guys see? Yeah, I ran my mouse along there and Katie removes her cardigan. She's a bit hot. Obviously, the window is not open. Anyway, because you took her hair down as well. And I'm like, wow, that's so thin. Why would you shave the side with that thin hair? So many questions. What I'm trying to say is, what was she saying? What was she saying that pissed me off, that made me want to say something? And now I've said too much and I can't remember what I was going to say. God, I'll go back and it's...
And you want to look good. And whenever we started to uncover...
She has no compassion. She has she's so cold to Gypsy maybe being a victim. She's just like, nah, she faked having all these illnesses, and she could have said that she didn't have it's like, what the fuck, man? I don't think you truly understand. Especially Gypsy, she wouldn't know any other world. Which makes it even easier for them to be abused because the kids just aren't aware that their parent is abusing them because like Katie said, just how the viewers don't expect mothers to lie about their kids. Kids don't expect their mum to lie to them. And that's what, the manipulation, the fucking control. Fuck. And what would they do to keep that control? And that's where Dee Dee went. But yeah, there's different boxes. They can't all be boxed in one box, Katie. But yes.
Cover anything that made any of them not look good, then that's when the break began to happen. And I'm thankful for it because I feel like it's the only way we'll get a truthful telling of the story now. VisionCon, blah, blah, blah. So then Gypsy immediately ran up to her and was like, oh, I was big at VisionCon and she was like, yeah, I know, Gypsy. Okay, I know. And so that upset Gypsy. So she walked away because she didn't get the response she wanted from this guard. And then the next morning, the guard was brought in and a grievance had been filed against the guard stating that she should not be working that pod because they had a previous relationship. He had never laid eyes on Gypsy one time. Just that they had gone to VisionCon at some point in time with thousands of people and could have possibly crossed paths.
Them and 2,000 of their other friends, you know.
Right. So it's not, I mean, it's a different story. I mean, that's the thing. And that's what we're working on. And it's really hard. It's
I think we came up with earlier that we could do a whole series on each person involved in this case.
Do you
There's
think
just that much.
like, do you think she's a danger to society?
I think she'll scam people. And I think,
Sadly, I didn't believe that until recently.
yeah, I didn't.
I was a holdout for that one until just recently. I worry. I'm very worried for her and her ability to make appropriate decisions.
And I think the reason that they don't talk to her about Ken and being concerned about that is because it's much easier for her to come out and be married and go to Ken than for them to have to deal with her.
Right.
So it's another abandonment almost of just like, oh, well, you're someone else's problem now, you're not mine. Unbelievable. I know.
What's Ken like?
He's a douche.
Is he?
He's a bartender. He's a 28-year-old bartender.
Okay, the window is open. Like, I know this is what I'm focusing on. I'm totally tuned out. I'm not even. And then when Katie took it, like, why is she so hot all of a sudden? Is it the, like, influx of, like, new information that she's going to have a research party afterwards anywhere but Google? Because we all know she avoids Google. She probably still uses Ask Jeeves. She probably does. Don't laugh.
And he's a narcissistic a-hole. He's very rude. He's very dismissive. He's controlling. He
pops into Facebook groups and makes weird, ugly comments and starts drama and then pops back out.
He was told.
I would love to see these screenshots.
Okay, so the lady that KRISTY is now friends with and is working with and giving all this information to, which, mind you, she's just a random person. She is never going to make a show or anything like that. Okay, so there's no reason for KRISTY to even give her stuff other than the fact that KRISTY just wants to piss me off for one, and two, she wants to continue to stay relevant so people will still continue to follow her and talk to her. And she still has something to go do. This woman, 6 months ago, released Ken's mugshot. Now, it's not a bad mugshot. It's a mugshot for a suspended license. Like, you know, it's not like he's like, you know, some criminal or anything like that. He had a suspended license. He got pulled over. He went to jail.
Katie, you had it. That's what they ask for when they do the, let's do the, like, you know, just on America's Next Top Model, that kind of posing with the hand. She had it perfectly. But also, fuck, I was going to say something else. I can't remember. God, this is so annoying. I'm like, Katie's the only thing she's got to do is look at herself and turn herself on. She's totally in one of those 90s ads right now. This could have been her scent bird. Yes, spraying it all over, windows open. It's a beautiful scent, but no, I wonder what it stinks in there. Oh, fuck, I've got to tune back in.
The way that she described him, it's almost like she sounded like Nick.
Yes. Oh,
yes, very much.
Okay, so so that woman released his mugshot. I told him not to go in the group. A moderator from her group specifically messaged me a screenshot saying if he comes into this group because he requested to go into the group, that they were going to annihilate him. And his answer back to me was, well, it's sister and she confided in.
Sorry, I've jumped ahead like 18 minutes so far, like one jump, and this was my second jump. If you don't know what's going on, you're just listening. Because who can handle, I hate when you're in a group chat, turn your fucking mic off. I am so fucking critical. What have I become? Remember when Katie was critical K? What's that? What year was that?
But in a second, Aaliyah's always been a bully to me. And when she came out about the act and she was like, I'm going to sue the act, she did that without asking anybody if she could or anything, you know, like she just flew off the handle and called the press and answered one of the people that had been emailing her and did that. And like, we had to go back and explain, no one is suing Hulu. No one is suing the act. That can't happen, blah, blah.
Why didn't Hulu interview her?
Because Michelle Dean didn't want anything to do with them. I mean,
Why?
was smart enough because I think she was smart enough to realize.
She caught on to KRISTY early on and wanted nothing to do with KRISTY.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that we're hearing is most of the people that looked into this case wanted nothing to do with the family. And we're just now finding stuff out. And so
But
it's like,
anyway, so when she did that,
This is me from an ethical point of view. Why is it okay for Michelle to profit off of a story and then completely ignore them? That's not okay.
I agree with you. I
Right.
totally agree with you. That's been my stance the whole time. I thought it
Whether
was
or not you like them or not shouldn't be the factor.
no, exactly.
If you're going to take a story which is going to make you millions of dollars,
Right.
and then ice the family out by not even giving them interviews,
Right.
I mean,
I don't like about the
this is where we stand right now with the split with the family. They've even been told they're still getting paid.
Right.
No matter, that's
We're still wanting to pay them, like, because they did participate and they did provide things to us and everything. I'm not going to turn around and just not give them anything. Like, that's not what I'm going to do. But I mean, would I like to at this point because of the way I've been treated? Sure, but it's not. But ethically,
I'll just like not have them at all part of any of it.
no, she did not have anything. No participation with them.
Why did she change the story and add things?
it didn't need to be added. There's nothing of it.
And what pisses me off as a journalist, and I hate people that come from BuzzFeed, by the way.
Yes, I do too.
They are so salacious. There's nothing. Now, my criticism of that the entire time has been, now people look at that story as fact.
Yes, yes. I did an 8-part series of debunking every single episode.
There's nothing. Now, my criticism of that the entire time has been, now people look at that story as fact.
Yes, yes. I did an 8-part series of debunking every single episode with In Touch, because that's how my show got the series, like our Facebook page and stuff. That's how we got a following, because I was asked to do that because I was so upset. But anyway, when Tiffany came out and said she was going to sue them, there's actually no things that she can do about it. She literally cannot sue them in any way.
Public story.
Right. And so I tried to tell her that. She didn't want to listen to me. So then when we did that, like, she was livid, and she called me up and she was so angry because of the act. She wasn't really mad at me. She was mad at the act. But since she saw the act, because she can't contact Michelle, she called me screaming about how the media is just portraying her this way and that way, and she doesn't appreciate it. And I can take my series and shove it up my butt, but she didn't say butt, she said ass. And one of the things that she had said was, the things that she was upset with the act for was that she had heard Aaliyah was being portrayed poorly. Well, then she actually said in that conversation with me, I said, well, Gypsy, your mom is saying that, you're concerned about how Aaliyah is being portrayed. She goes, oh, Aaliyah can go fuck herself. So with the act for was that she had heard Aaliyah was being portrayed poorly. Well, then she actually said in that conversation with me, I said, well, Gypsy, your mom is saying that, you're concerned about how Aaliyah is being portrayed. She goes, oh, Aaliyah can go fuck herself. And I was just like, what? She goes,
Do you guys see her eyes? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't care about Aaliyah. She doesn't come and visit me. She doesn't know who I am. I don't give a crap about Aaliyah. And I was
What was she mad about with the act?
She wasn't. That was KRISTY's take on it. That was KRISTY's explanation.
KRISTY said that the act portrayed Aaliyah
saying her this way and that way, and she doesn't appreciate it, and I can take my series and shove it up my butt, but she didn't say butt, she said ass. And one of the things that she had said was, the things that she was upset with the act for was that she had heard Aaliyah was being portrayed poorly. Well, then she actually said in that conversation with me, I said, well, Gypsy, your mom is saying that, you're concerned about how Aaliyah is being portrayed. She goes, oh, Aaliyah can go fuck herself. And I was just like, what? She goes, I don't care about Aaliyah. She doesn't come and visit me. She doesn't know who I am. I don't give a crap about Aaliyah. And I was
just mad about with the act.
She wasn't. That was KRISTY's take on it. That was KRISTY's explanation.
KRISTY said that the act portrayed Aaliyah in a poor light. They just made her look like a teenage girl with more.
Woohoo! There's a lot of dilation going on in this chat. We got the top row. They are high, in my opinion. Please don't watch this back and kill me and come after me and what? All of this, who am I? No one, please. Oh my God, I'm going to have to block this channel now. I reckon that's how how Katie doesn't see me anymore, because I blocked her channel. But then, her minions. I don't want to jinx myself. But your couch does look fucking comfy right now, Katie.
Normal teenage life.
Okay, but what's the problem? Why is Gypsy mad about the act?
It makes her look really damn bad.
Well, she murdered her mom.
Well, I think they played up on Nick's autism and made him look way more innocent than he is.
Well, he is absolutely developmentally delayed and should not be in prison.
Not as much as people think.
Not as much as people think.
That is really, the specialists have all contradicted themselves. When you read emails that he does, he is intelligent.
But that doesn't, you can be intelligent and autistic.
Yeah, no, autistic, absolutely. No, not the same, no.
But he's not developmentally slow in any means, no.
But autism is considered a developmental disability.
It's considered a neurological disability.
No, it affects all aspects of development. My son has autism.
Sorry, I cut in on the, we'll go back. I'll play the whole you know, this is the highlight of this stream. Basically, this is the one clip that's been shared. But now I'm not, brain, where the fuck are my thoughts? Okay, fuck, I'm tuning out and I can't even control my brain.
So
Okay, do you believe that you're
a developmental disability?
it's called considered a neurological disability?
No, it affects all.
Sorry, this is what I was going to say. I highly recommend, if you haven't seen it, to watch Nick's police interrogation, and it's so obvious that he is easily manipulated, but he's able to function. He can feel emotion and shit, but by watching it, he can't tell that the interrogator is being friendly and nice in order to get information out of him. He kind of really plays into he thinks that he's best friends with her, by it rubbed me really wrong, because I'm like, fuck, he's falling for it. And that's how easily manipulated to get that info out, but then also to commit murder. And it really comes down to how the parent has raised the child, because autism, Katie acts like it's some big disability. And yes, it's different. Autistic children are different, but oh my gosh, if only she could see the magnitude, the big picture, and stop using fucking negative words. Because in my opinion, I've always felt like autistic kids just have access to more of their brain than we normal people have. I say normal people because fuck, we're fucked. We're turning to computers when we should be understanding our brain more. We only access 10%, 10 to 15%. And I feel like they're just able to access more of their brain, and then we can't communicate with them because we're dumb. I feel like we're the dumb ones, and we see it as a disability when we should be looking at them as, well, just a higher genius than what we are. So I think we're the fucking A. Oh, I nearly said the wrong word. I nearly said a lot of words. Okay, going back. I'm going to have to use timestamps. Well, I always do, but fuck my life tonight. Let's go back to this. When does it end?
All aspects of development.
My
son is autistic, so
okay. Do you believe that your son could be manipulated into murdering somebody?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Why? And where is your son at on the spectrum?
He's high functioning.
He's high functioning. Why do you think that could
Because
happen?
they're vulnerable.
You're actually the first one that we talked to that has said that.
I think anyone that has autism can be manipulated because they're vulnerable.
Have you seen his actual text messages and his words?
Nick's?
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why Katie, most of her audience are vulnerable, easily manipulated. A lot of them are special needs parents or have disabilities or illnesses, chronic life illnesses themselves. And not to say that everyone is easily, but Katie plays on that. She knows how to get the community to see her narrative. Mums like me, we can see it all. Also, whose interview is this? This lady on the top right, number 1, has not stopped talking. Also, I haven't. I know, I see it. I see the mirror. Okay.
Yes.
Not all of them, no.
Yeah, they're pretty scary.
He's very much a manipulator all on his own.
Well, no, I'm not saying he is one that has autism can be manipulated because they're vulnerable.
Have you seen his actual text messages and his words?
Nick's?
Yes.
Not all of them, no.
Yeah, they're pretty scary.
He's very much a manipulator all on his own.
Well, no, I'm not saying he also has some sort of psychosis or something, doesn't he?
He doesn't have he doesn't.
See, rather than sitting there and going, well, I have, smoking. I know it's Katie, but anyone else, because I hate these people. Just expand on the information, share it, help them understand. Well, this is what he said, and this is how he was writing it. But no, you're just so fucking smug that you know more information than Katie, and it's fucking sick. In my opinion, this is just not the way to go about a true crime discussion. It's so, I feel nauseous.
Doesn't have DID. He doesn't have any of the things that he claims. Is he definitely got mental problems? Absolutely. Do we know what they are? No, we don't.
He doesn't believe in doctors and medication, so it doesn't.
Does he have like multiple personalities or?
Nope, those are made up.
That is a part of the BDSM world and role play. That has nothing at all to do with the ID. That doesn't even fit the ID.
So what? ID, you mean intellectual disability? Or what?
DID,
Dissociative identity disorder,
He does
which
not
is
have-
what multiple personalities is.
He doesn't have multiple personalities. He does not have DID. He's been evaluated for both. He does not have them.
So he has autism or
He has autism. He is on what would have been originally known as Asperger's. So I guess that's autism.
level 1?
Yeah, autism 1. He was even the expert that the prosecution brought forward in the trial to talk about his autism. One is not an actual autism expert.
Defense.
Oh, it's pissed me off. I know I've got to let it play, but who are they to sit here and speculate? Everyone is different. Everyone's brain makeup is different. You can't just sit there and go, oh, well, you said autism 1 and like this and this. What the fuck is going on here? This is so disrespectful. Like, God, man. Also, Katie should never have brought her son up like that. She said he's high functioning, but she also said earlier on in this stream that he had low IQ, the IQ of a 4-year-old. When how old would he be here? 7? And he's easily manipulated. Well, maybe because his mum is the manipulator of the fucking house. You manipulate your son, Katie. And that's how you know that he's easily manipulated. Because in my opinion, if you don't get him to do what you need him to do, you withhold stuff from him. And so if he doesn't play into your little game as medically fragile child needing that wheelchair, you know, we all saw it. The Paulsons, July 4th, trifecta and fur, we head to downtown, what is it? What'd you say? Small town, Minnesota, or something like that. But it was so fucking American. Like you were trying to shop that around to, build your family blog around your medically fragile child. There's the videos that I have done, taken your videos and really just put them together and watched in horror. The feeding tube, like you fucking don't even know what you're doing, feeding him. And then how you and Toad, getting him to say hi to Susan, say hi to all my followers. Yes, this is my son sitting here in his nappy. Look at us trying to feed him. This is how we feed him. He likes dinosaurs. Did you know he likes dinosaurs? Why don't you tell everyone about your dinosaurs, B? And he's like, I don't want to. No, what were you saying before? This one's triceratops. Like, it's fucking bad. This kid has no control over his whole life. And like, if, you know, it's just give him the iPad, get him distracted during the day. Why can't he sleep at night? Well, we'll just dose him up. Yeah, I came across some shocking fucking tweets I remember from 2019. Maybe we should head there. I don't know how long I've been on for, but yeah, it talks about what Katie gives her son at night. Oh, actually, is it in? Yes, there's a clip. How he takes way more than what she does and he can't sleep. But then when she runs out of the prescription, he sleeps for 8 hours. I know, you know, when you're away from the one that abuses you. I'm just saying, in my opinion, allegedly. I've said a lot, but fuck. Here we go. Let's go back to cliffhanger.
To the prosecution.
Prosecution. So, or no,
Do you feel like she manipulated him into doing this?
I think they manipulated each other.
I think they played off each other. They were two very toxic people that were a dynamite together. I mean, they manipulated
his on that oxygen interview.
Mm-hmm.
It's pardon my French, but he's scary as fuck.
Oh, honey, that's mild.
That's mild.
I have 8 emails from him to another girl from inside prison that every single one of them scares the shit out of me.
Wow.
And he's
He
not
talks about killing again. He talks about wanting to kill again.
and rape and that he told her that she needed to be okay with being raped if he got out of prison. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
You never shared some of those emails. I mean, it's in an email.
Yeah.
Does he have a lower IQ?
It was 82.
Okay, yeah, that's lower.
It is, but what you see.
So, okay, so my son has an IQ of 75.
Right.
And people that fall in that area can appear higher functioning than they are. And just because he can speak and does that stuff, his processing could be slower.
Yes, that is what that
can appear higher functioning, more higher functioning than what they are.
he, in his own words, the only reason that I am even regarded as autism is because I process things slower. That is it. That was his own words.
That's not really how they diagnosed autism, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but that's his words of how he explains why he is autistic. That's the only reason why he believes he is autistic. He says, there's nothing else wrong with me. I just process.
So he must be fixated on, like, autistics often have, like, their special interest, right? So his special interest must be, like,
BDSM.
oh, you're frozen.
Are you frozen? Can you see us?
Okay, right. So his special interest must be rape and murder.
BDSM.
BDSM.
Yeah, it's BDSM and rape and murder. That's
It sounds like he doesn't know that, like, he's just assuming that he has autism, hasn't been, in my opinion, properly diagnosed, but he's also lives in a delusional world that he's created in order to escape the abuse. Like, these people just don't understand. These kids, like, they're going to create their virtual self. BDSM was his fixated hobby due to autism. Like, fuck off. Katie, I don't reckon your son's going to be into, I mean, has he been into dinosaurs for the past 10 years, only dinosaurs? Or have you just pushed that on him because that's all you know? And that's just so fucking, that's the general thing as well. Like, that's the one thing everyone just associates with autism, that they must have that fixated thing. And yes, it is true for some, but it's not like true for others. It's just, fuck, man. Katie can speak for all of them because her son has autism. Oh, fuck, look, here I am speaking her language now. You'd mush my brain because Katie has an autistic son. She knows all. She knows all. Without a ball, she knows all.
his obsession. Yeah. And he's obsessed with it. It's not just a small thing. It is
Thank God my son is dinosaurs.
And that's why he has the personalities, because each one has it, and that's very real world in the BDSM community. They have personalities to go along with their scene or whatever persona they're doing at the time.
And not to mention that Dr. Phil hit on it when he was talking about it. It's a buffer. So he can sit and say to himself, oh, well, I don't think this way. Nick doesn't feel like this. Nick doesn't want to bring
Victor is the one who wants to kill people.
Nikolai wants to kill people.
Now it's Nikolai. No, we don't even. Yeah, he don't even have Victor now. It's Nikolai.
Yeah, Victor is no longer with him. He's morphed into Nikolai. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. That's not how this works.
Have you met him?
No, I've just talked with his father, and I've read a bunch of emails from
I would love to talk with him.
I would love to.
So it's all hearsay. My God, are you a researcher for a filmmaker and you just don't know this kind of stuff? I want to look up your insight. What did she say? Insight story. That's how she got her following. Although, does your friend ever get to talk without you talking? Because you're still talking when your friend talks. I don't know if you're aware of this.
He would talk to me because he knows that I don't like him. So, I mean, I was very vocal in the beginning of how I felt, and so he won't talk to me. But I tried to explain to him, I'm like, all I have is bad stuff about you. I have nothing good. I don't know what you were like at 6 years old as a boy. I don't know if, you had some head trauma or something happened to you or what.
And that if it not for Dee Dee, she wouldn't be here. I think everybody still says that.
I end up giving that to you to kind of put out there and do like an exclusive thing with you with that, because no one's ever heard before. We've got less than a minute, so I'm just gonna, just join our group. You'll learn a lot.
It's by proxy?
By proxy discussion group.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a page, but then we also have a group. So
okay, sounds good.
And then we'll continue talking. Yeah. So
I'm intrigued. You guys are my new best friends.
I knew you would be. That's what it's like.
Every day, all day. So
it fascinates me. So yeah.
So anytime you want to contact us, just hit me up on Facebook anytime. Okay.
Nice talking to you.
Bye.
Guys, I'm a little bit jealous. I feel left out. Wonder if, there's a few squares left. I could join, and then really, that's enough. Wow, it always starts off so friendly, doesn't it? And then Katie has a few wines and listens to what people say and was like, blah, blah. Anyway, I did find, I'm going to bring it up, that thing that I found on Twitter last night. But I just need to have a sip myself. I wish I had a pink bottle like you, number one. Sorry, number one, that I've called you number one. If you're confused which one you are, so am I. Also, Katie, I feel like I haven't given you advice today, but I just want to say you should get a gaming chair because you don't have any neck support. And I think you need to lean back because I think it's starting to go forward and curved. Starting? No, that's the wrong word. Okay. Can I do this without closing the window? Can I use my, well, oh no, not that. Not that one, Bill. I mean, God, Bill, we could have done that one, but remember where we are. We're here and we're not there and we're a great singer. Fuck, I shit myself. Something fucking chronic. Oi. And this is from, oh my gosh, I always like every time. Maya. Is it Maya? Maya? Every time. You've let me know and then I forget. But yeah, I'm going to, Maya Nova shared this in February last year. And so it's a clip from, we can actually go watch this one day. Katie's, when she was on the Naked Diner, with, was it Andrew Hoare? Oh, it might be another one, but people she knew from patios and stuff. But anyway, the tweet says, listen very closely to what KJ says. V takes more trazodone, which is a antidepressant, and I've never known anyone, because there's like strict rules, no one under 18 is meant to take it, but yeah. V takes more trazodone than KJ. I'm probably saying it wrong as well. And he never sleeps, except the one night he didn't take it, he slept 8 hours. See, when Katie was saying, and you take the child away from the ABUSER and they strive. So she runs out of the medication that she uses to try and keep him to sleep and gives him way more than she takes, which in what world, just quickly before we play this, what world would a mother think it's okay for my child to have more of this medication in their system than me? And also V has heart issues, and this fucking is this. One of the side effects is like it can affect your heart. Also, I say like Katie has the, oh my gosh, Uncle Sal, I always have trouble with this. I've spoken with you about it. When you take like psychotics or like psych meds, benzos and like this, antidepressants for long periods of time. Like, how long has V been taking this? Like, Katie's been taking for so long. And that's, I'll have to look it up, but it's a twitching thing and you can't control your eyes and your mouth, and it looks like you're a drug addict. So, another possibility. Okay, so is this a clip? Okay, where do I press play? Or is it a picture? Should have checked on this. Yeah. I'm shutting up now. So we're listening carefully and then we will discuss.
Sleep for years, before I got diagnosed without, I was much more ADHD back then. Agitated.
Yeah, I mean, the worse sleep that you get, the more exacerbated the behaviors will be, absolutely. But not everybody that's an insomniac, once the insomnia is cured, does the ADHD get better?
Oh, right. He said it was specifically only 15% of the population who do have ADHD. So it's 15%. I mean, it's a small percent.
My son has ADHD. He never sleeps. He's also autistic, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
so he literally never sleeps. He is on more trazodone than I am, and he still doesn't sleep. So
So when you say he doesn't sleep, that means that he goes for days without sleep?
no, he just, like, for instance, last night we were out of his medicine and he fell asleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and he was up at 4.
Sure. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
And it's for no reason. And he just can't, he's got sleep maintenance.
Would it ever cross her mind to reduce his ADHD dosage? Also, I tend to not sleep when I don't have my meds. So when I'm not medicated, when I don't have my ADHD meds, I can't sleep because I'm like highly strung. And then when I have my meds, like I sleep like so calmly. So maybe he's being overdosed. Also, maybe this medication is not meant for him. What is it doing to his growing brain if he's getting more of a dose than her? Yes, Katie, I call you her.
Insomnia. So he can't fall asleep and then he can't stay asleep.
Yeah.
And I have insomnia. I've had insomnia my whole life. So, you know, I take trazodone as well, and it's my happy.
But you have a TV in your room. So you've obviously never tried to do anything that's going to help you with your insomnia. Like I used to have insomnia for years, like at least, oh man, for years. Like I knew all the, the late night ads where they, so my favorite, what was her name? Something, she's got like, anyway, went through all the skincare stuff and all the cooking stuff. Like, oh my God, the amount of times that I was starving at like 4 a.m. watching them cook the perfect chicken in those bowls. Yeah. But I used to know them all. Now I don't even know. I can't even describe it because it's like, but yeah, I remove in my room. I don't take my phone into my room, and I don't have a TV in my room. My room is for sleeping, and that's it. And I did that because I had insomnia and my brain was going crazy and I needed to do something, and that helped the most. I don't think putting two insomniacs in the same bed, one with an iPad, one glued to the TV, the iPad is the reason he can't sleep. Fucking addicted. It's worse than having they say the withdrawal is worse than coming off heroin. Like, especially kids, Wow. I mean, it's so ingrained in their brain. I can even see it in my nieces, just even getting, like, my sister-in-law has where the iPad like cuts out after like an hour or something. They get like 2 hours a day or something for stuff that's not homework. And they just get so upset. And I'm like, oh my God, why do you want to watch that shit? Although my little niece, she's 3. I really want to watch what she's watching. She was watching someone fold clothes, like dolls' clothes of superheroes and Disney princesses, like fold them up and put them in a cupboard. Oh my God, I'm there with you. And she's like, look how neat they are in the drawer. I'm like, I know. We can only dream about being this organized in our family. Oh, yeah. So, wow, Katie, wow. I'm going to re-listen to it.
Happiness. Insomnia at 8:30.
Means that he goes for days without.
So my son has ADHD. He never sleeps. He's also autistic, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
so he literally never sleeps. He is on more trazodone than I am, and he still doesn't sleep. So
when you say he doesn't sleep, that means that he goes for days without sleep?
no, he just, like, for instance, last night we were out of his medicine and he fell asleep at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and he was up at 4.
Sure. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
And it's for no reason. And he just can't, he's got sleep maintenance insomnia. So he can't fall asleep and then he can't stay asleep.
Yeah.
And I have insomnia. I've had insomnia my whole life. So, you know, I take trazodone as well, and it's my happiness.
When I
Now
was
That sounds like a drug addict, doesn't it? That's my happiness. That's my happiness. Why wouldn't she go melatonin or something? I'm really wondering why she's going, it's like an antidepressant. It's not even this medication is not even, I don't know if it's different in America, but it's not used to treat insomnia. That's like a, what the hell? Anyway, I'm just looking up right now to see. I hate how she's like, my son has ADHD and he also has autism. But I'm like, what? Fuck, that's like not even his primary diagnosis. What about the hypopituitarism? How is the trazodone affecting his pituitary gland that he does have, Katie, but it just doesn't produce the hormones that he needs? How is that affecting him? It must be affecting his brain development. Glued in with iPad addiction. Holy shit. Rather than fix the problem, like trying to, you know, correct the behavior, why not dose the child? You know, dose them up with the meds. Meds fix everything. They fixed Katie, didn't they? No. This is so scary. This is what I mean. Like, whoa, man. When you really think about it. What What the fuck, Katie? What the fuck? Should we listen to it one more time? I'll bring it up. Trazodone, let's look it up. Oops. It's sometimes hard for me to do the driving when I have to use my mouth. Because my mouth and my brain. Oh, come on. They are neighbors from hell. Come on. Do we just like clicking buttons? Get it on, Bill. Here we go. Trazodone. Oh, let's get me out of here because we got to read stuff, right? So it's used to treat depression. It's in the class of medications called serotonin modulators. It works by increasing the amount of serotonin, a natural substance, yeah, in the brain that helps maintain mental balance. Like that. So it would just be what, like, similar, I'd say, like to Lexapro or something. It's weird because I'm like, what is the name of it? And it's like different in America as well. I just want to see. This is what I was looking up, the effect on the hypothyroidism. Thank God for autocorrect. It doesn't look like it's even registering. Oh, it says like opioid. Oh. Well, it says opioids, like a sedative. I think it's obviously a bit different. Can lower cortisol levels. And he's already got low cortisol level. He's got no cortisol levels because his pituitary gland doesn't produce that. So has Katie even looked into, and I wonder if it's even his script. Does the doctor know that she's upped the dose? And, you know, because I don't know if she let the doctor know when she switched the feeding formula. I'll link it down below. I've made like 2 videos on the feeding tube, and it's just basically videos that Katie shared on her Facebook, and I've just taken them and like brought them to a wider audience. And I'm just like, Katie, what the hell? Why would you share this? They're no longer on her Facebook, thank God. But she takes him off like formula that's made for, what's it called? Peptamen Junior. and it's got all the vitamins that he needs for a growing brain, and you know, the list of all the vitamins. Which Katie looks at the label and she's like, I can't even read all this. It's all fillers, blah, blah. And then she puts him on this real food blend stuff. And if she just used Google, it says this is not a meal, like this is not a complete nutritional meal on its own. It should be a snack. And it's basically like the video shows her making it. I'll link it down below. And she's just not even, the way she makes it, it's fucking shocking. It's sick, it's crazy. And then she was replaced, so not using the stuff the doctor prescribed. I don't know if she let the doctor know, but then from then on, like his weight like dropped so bad. And yeah, it's sad, like watching, like looking at the pictures and the decline, because she put him on this real foods. But then she was saying that he was growing taller. But, you know, it's just a bit, it's just, it's so much. And now my heart is up in my throat. That's just added to the mix. I just want to say, because I had like, what is the dosage for a child under 10? I keep forgetting that he's 10. Like, I can't believe he's 10. Like, he's been screen fed on an iPad since he was at least 6 to 8 months old. Like, it's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, I've just gone silent because I was reading pediatric insomnia. So they're saying like a dose of 150 milligrams. That sounds really low, doesn't it? For a child, that like, what would be the regular dose for an adult? I don't even know if Katie would take that. And it'd be more for him. That's crazy. Because also I remember he was also on something else like ages ago. She posted a picture, or she's posted multiple pictures of his medication, and I've been able to zoom in and like look up what they are. And yeah, and it's got like his doctor. You can see the labeling of his doctor and everything. Oh, cool. Oh, Dirty Uncle Sal. Thank you. Do you know what? I was just going to post on Twitter before. I was like, guys, I got to check my DMs. I haven't checked my DMs since like March or April. I've actually avoided the world. I don't know how to do it anymore. I don't know how to get back into the world. Think of my friends. I'm not even replying to SMS. Oh, fuck my life. Fuck being a hermit. Okay. God, but we got to be here for V, and we got to say something. And at least we can say with our opinion and allegedly, and well, there is no allegedly. This is what Katie's provided us. And then we share it and we talk about it and we become concerned. And that's probably what happened when other mothers started pointing fingers at Katie, raising questions. Why are you jumping from group to group and grabbing what you can get? You know, finding out all that information about what you can get with Medicaid if your son is on a feeding tube. Finding out that you can get nurses. Boom, that means I can just drink all day. I don't need to do anything to do with mothering because it's so hard and it's not my roster day. Katie, you put that on your Christmas mixtape, okay? Yes. Bonus. Okay, guys, I think that we are going to bring it back to my cookie about my face. Guys, nearly 2 hours. I mean, I've got to do timestamps. Like, think of my fucked up world right now. I can't even keep my brain straight. Oh, Tramadol. Do you know what? Like, I am allergic to paracetamol just because I had, like, it affects my liver because of the hemochromatosis and stuff. Like, this is also why I've been MIA. Something happened. Like, ever since I got my COVID vaccine, like my giving blood, my hemochromatosis, like I have hemochromatosis. It's a build-up of like my body like makes too much iron and absorbs too much iron from stuff. So I give like 1.5 liters to 2 liters of blood, depending on what it is, every 6 to 8 weeks. And the last few times I've been, the spot where they take it from just does not stop bleeding. Like they'll put the they put the sticker thing on there, and then it's just like Spider-Man. It just squirts out. And I just can't believe my new superhero thing is to make everyone look like they're from the movie Carrie. But it's crazy because sometimes I don't notice, and then I'm driving and I'm like, holy shit, when did this start squirting? And it's like all over the window. So then I've been tired, so like trying to keep my blood in me. But yeah, at least I'm not, oh God, people over east in Sydney and all the east coast, Queensland, flooded again. It's crazy. I just cannot believe it. These people have been through so much. You know, they were on fire last year, and then they've had 3 floods this year. I swear it's been 3 times. But anyway, getting back to, well, Katie, it's a bit snooze fest, but I feel like did we get our bang for our buck? I don't know. Oh, but there'll be a following live to this. Like I'll have to in the future, coming up, whatever, probably next week. We'll go look at what Katie said after like this live came out, and she did the whole like same thing that she did with BX Beast Boy. They didn't have my consent to record me. I really don't understand what she thinks is happening. But why would you arc up? It's not like she's saying much. She's really just sitting there and doing strip, taking where did the dogs go? That's all I want to know is where did the dogs go? Okay, guys, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this stream, please give it a like. Subscribe. Come join some cacti crew. We are a little bit prickly, but oven mitts are included if that's more your thing. You know, comfort for all. No one likes to be pricked. But yeah, without a concealer brush, I cannot stop thinking about how genius and how long it took me to come up with the most genius, obvious one. Concealer brush. I'll send you one of them too, Katie. Also, go check out the community tab. I posted a picture of what Peebo is. Yeah, I just sprayed like so much Peebo that the fly can't fly anywhere without dying. Try and get me now, bitch. Try and get me now. I can still hear it. It's like slowly dying. It needs more, doesn't it? But then I have to get up. Oh, thank you so much, TK. And thanks, Cactus Crew, for rocking up. Take care out there, guys. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Oh, do you know what? We've got to do like 1.7K. When the fuck did that happen? And thank fuck, right? This train is moving forward. We are no longer just going round and round in the bag carousel. Although it's fun, we're now moving forward. Thanks so much to all the new subscribers. Welcome. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week, but we should definitely do hang. So figure that out when we do. Take care out there. See you guys.